Good evening. His name is Devin Page Jr. And here's his story. Roll it in.
Telling you, I'm furious. You killed my baby. For what?
The grandmother of Devin Page Jr. releasing her anger as dozens gather to remember the child whose life was taken at 3 years old.
You knocked on my door and you came after my grandson and you killed my grandson.
They came together at Morning Star Baptist Church in Baton Rouge, where a relative is pastor.
Somebody out here right now know who did it.
Reverend Shonda Cooper Epps telling the gathering that someone there may know who killed Devin and should come forward.
I don't want to be a snitch. You don't want to be a snitch until it's your baby. Come on.
Devin was killed Tuesday night while sleeping in his bed. A stray bullet came through a window, striking the child in the head. Devin's father came out with his 1-year-old daughter, Deanna, who was in the bed with her brother when he was shot.
What do you think about the turnout here today?
I think it was tremendous, man. Appreciate the people that came out and support us.
Shaquille O'Neal is paying for the funeral, and actor Nick Cannon also reached out to the family. And a pastor who doesn't even know the family came out and put up a big reward to help find those responsible for killing the 3-year-old.
We're putting up a $1,000 reward.
Thank you,
Every
Jesus.
pastor in this city.
Yes.
Thank you,
To
Lord.
match my $1,000 reward.
Yeah.
3,000 more was pledged during the memorial. Money these loved ones hope will encourage someone who knows something to come forward and help solve the murder of this innocent child.
Wow. Such a handsome young man. And I am joined this evening for the entire show with his grandmother, Cathy Toliver, who has been one of the leading citizens in Baton Rouge for so long. And this is so ironic. When I saw the story, because I cherry-picked some news for mental space, and I had not seen your name. And a mutual friend of ours, Michael Adams, sent your name. He said, well, I was having a conversation with the grandmother, and I said, I would love to talk with her. And he said, well, your name. I said, Cathy Toliver, Cathy Toliver? My son Cameron is over there. I've known you longer than he's been around. And I want to, before we get into talking about Devin and what has happened, make people aware of how much you have contributed to Baton Rouge and the community over these years. Let's talk a little bit about that.
You know, I have been fighting for youth for years, even when the juvenile institution in Baton Rouge was JCCY.
Yeah.
The warden back then called me and asked if I would come and mentor female juvenile offenders. That was the birth of the beginning of a campaign for teens, because when I got in there, there were youth of all ages, from 13 to 21. And it just broke my heart, and to hear the stories and the tragedies of what landed them in there. When I left that facility, I was determined then. I said, I gotta get out here and save these young people. Then I began to take 150 inner city females, young girls, on camping retreats every year. I would get sponsors and everything was paid for. I just wanted to get them out of the city. And I began to pour in them. I had volunteers and women that were just networking with me. From there, former Mayor Bobby Simpson had me to work with the Youth Council in doing events. Well, I did what was called Youth Power, did big events at the River Center, or back then it was called the Centroplex.
Yeah.
Well, when I left that facility and I said, I need to go into inner city, you know, this is great, this is wonderful. They funded and footed the bill. But now I said, I gotta go a little bit closer to home. So I ended up coming out of pocket, going and getting sponsors, going to the F.G. Clark Activity Center. And there I would have 3,000 young people coming every year. And I wanted them to look in a mirror. I was creating a mirror of positivity where they can say, I can be whoever I want to be. I can become whoever I wanted to become. And then from there, I began to mentor women. You know, I mean, I started traveling everywhere, letting women know that failure is not when you fall, it's when you don't get up. Just keep living, keep moving. And so that's my background. And I had retired. I said, after, you know, to this place where I am now, I said, okay, this is it. This is, I've done all that I know. I feel that I've emptied myself. I felt I've emptied myself. And in doing that, I was getting ready to just get out of Baton Rouge recently. I was just content. I was out of here until there was a knock on my door with my grandson. That right there, I said, and I can't, even now, I can't get the scream of my daughter's voice out of my ear. I just called my grandson. I have a...
Well, before you start that story, we're going to take a quick commercial break and continue with you. We are talking with Cathy for the entire show, talking about Devin, what's happened to Devin, and all the Devins in America.
Yeah.
Stay right there, back in just a moment.
To this world you've fallen, doors closed, you're locked in.
So we're talking with Cathy Toliver, the grandmother of Devin Page Jr., who was senselessly murdered last week. And you were talking about, as we were going into break, how you were transitioning away from all the work you had done in the community and possibly leaving Baton Rouge.
Yes, yes.
And then this happened.
I was just done. I was ready to get out of here. I felt, okay, I have emptied myself here in this city, and I've done everything I felt that God was calling me to do. And in the process of that, I was just content. I had that tunnel vision. I'm out, and I literally beginning to take pictures off the wall, packing up. And so I called on the 12th of April, which is when this happened. I called there was an unction in my spirit to just call my daughter and said, put on FaceTime and let me say goodnight to the grandkids, okay? And Devin, the moment he hears my voice, hey, Grammy, before his mother can even say a word. And I said, good night, we laughed and we talked. And we were laughing and talking, and then, and we hung up the phone. As we hung up the phone, in the wee hours of the morning, I go to bed early. Mm-hmm. And as I was going to bed, I heard, my daughter calls me and she says, Mama, they just killed my baby. And it's ringing in my ear.
I understand.
It's ringing in my ear. Mm-hmm. Even now, it's ringing in my ear. And I'm thinking, it's a dream. Get over here, mama, now. Come, mama, come. And I'm thinking, so I get up and I get over there. People all in the street. And there, you know, it seemed like a mile distance, but, you know, we were a mile apart because they had roped off everything. So they had my daughter by the house. And I was standing on the other side of the rope, the yellow caution tape, and my daughter was over there, and she was extending her hand to me, screaming, "Mama!" But they wouldn't release her because of the crime scene. She was standing by the door, and I'm extending my hand to my daughter, "Ty!" And we couldn't even embrace at that time because they didn't want anything to jeopardize the scene. So all of that is playing back in my mind. Then we had to watch them bring my grandson out in a black bag. They brought him out. I remember Hilla Moore was standing in front of me, and I was so furious. I was angry. I was outraged. And I remember when they were bringing his body out, I remember grabbing Hilla Moore's shoulder and his jacket, and I was just furious, and I was just holding on to his jacket. I'm like, look at this. What a slap in the face to me.
Yeah.
Parents call me all the time for their children. Miss Cathy, I remember, Claire, I remember when a parent had a problem at a school where her son was told about his tennis shoes. And I remember going the next day, suited up, went to the school and was advocating for that child. They know what I do. You know what I do. And it's almost like now, was it all in vain? All of their children were helped. And I did it at the risk and the expense of my own life. You know, I'm a bold woman. Listen, let's make this clear. There's an anointing on me that God put on me that calls me to stand flat-footed and say what it is. But there is an anointing now on me that's even greater. I felt it. I just felt the transition regarding my grandson. If I stood for their children, let me tell you, all I want to do now is lay my grandson, just lay him to rest. And the boots are back on the road.
I want you to hold your thoughts. We'll pick it up right there, talking with Cathy Toliver about Devin. If you see something, if you saw something, if you know something, say something. We'll come back and talk more about that in just a moment.
To this world you've fallen, doors closed, you're locked in. Paying passenger again, headed for a tailspin. Crash life, need a restart. Walls up or you'll fall apart. Let go your scarred heart. You've been loved right from the start. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, you gotta just keep on living. You gotta take a chance and fly.
Cathy Toliver is the grandmother of Devin Page Jr., and we're spending the entire show talking with her about him and about all of this senseless activity that's been happening across our country. You were talking about that day and all of the events that transpired from getting there to them taking Devin out of the house. And you talked about the outrage. And I can't imagine how you felt knowing how much you have done here. And that's the thing that gets me. But specifically to the culture of violence that we have in this city and that cities across the country have, what are your thoughts?
Let me say it like this. You know, we've given children, young adults, so many choices. There are 70,000 thoughts that goes through the mind every day. That's everybody. Not 7,000, 70,000. That means your mind is constantly racing. And when it's constantly racing, that's why can I be straight? You know? Okay.
You know me.
All right. So that's why so many people are out. These young people they're smoking marijuana openly. They are taking these pills, you know, all of these things because they're trying to calm the brain down.
Yeah.
I understand it. You know, that's why people mental illness is so prevalent right now. But when you give children and young adults so many choices, they can't sort through that. You know, there are so many voices that's speaking in their head. How can they balance that out? What's the foundation? You know, who's teaching them? Who's telling? What voice are they listening to? So when I look at it like this, I'm thinking, you know, the moment iPhone comes out, the next one comes out. It's always upgrade. And you're constantly giving them something to, no matter what, I'm going to reach because I want the best. And instead of earning it, they'll steal it. They'll do whatever it takes to get it. Why? Because that brain is constantly racing. You may have a gun in your hand. You know, I've spoken to inmates, and if they could have turned back the hands of time and said, had I thought it through, I would not have done this. But now we are creating so many pictures that's causing our young people to want to duplicate. And all of it is not good.
Right.
So if that is the case, you know, what do we do? What do we do? The people that drove by, listen, one of the things my daughter, Ty Toliver, is we have gotten up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. She's at my house now, but she just wanted to go by the house, just to be in the presence. And when I tell you that she just stands there and she screams, and I'm being strong for her, but to see my daughter cry for her son. And we began to look at the house that was the targeted house, and there were multiple gunshot holes. We saw 2, 3 on the way up to 30-something. My daughter said, Mama, where's number 1? Couldn't find number 1 on that house. It started with 2 all the way up to 30-something. And something said, just look over there, look by the window at my daughter's house. And right there, they had the little sticker, number 1. The first bullet went to my grandbaby. That was number 1. After that, and I want you to know, listen to me, you shot my grandson, you shot him in the head. Listen to me. You shot him in the head and his brain splattered. Do you hear me? You shot my baby in the head. His brain splattered. My granddaughter, 1-year-old, was lying next to him. His blood ended up on her. You did this. You're watching me. You did this. And I'm not going to sit back and allow you to walk free. You're watching me. You're looking at us. They splattered his head. So now at the service, we have to cover his head because you did this. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Let me ask you, because I'm struggling here too. We're going to take a quick break and then come back. And I do want to talk about how people can get involved.
Yes.
Because one thing I know about you is you put purpose to pain. And I know that that next phase is what's coming. And I want to talk about that.
Yes.
So we're going to come back and continue with Cathy about what's next. And I agree. You know who did it. Somebody out there knows who did this. Speak up. Speak up for this baby. Back in just a moment.
To this world you've fallen, doors closed, you're locked in. Paying passenger again, headed for a tailspin. Crash like need a restart. Walls up or you'll
You know, I've been in and around media for over 26 years, and I can tell you that this last few minutes has been some of the toughest I've spent ever doing this. And you were telling a story during commercial break, and we've got about 4 minutes in this segment, about your granddaughter and where she is now. Tell that story.
So my granddaughter now, because she was lying directly on side of Devin, she now, because she witnessed this, she'll walk in the house, she'll go get a pillow, she'll lay the pillow on the floor, she'll get a stuffed animal and put the animal on top of the pillow, she'll get the blanket and she'll cover the stuffed animal, and she will lie next to the stuffed animal. Then she'll all of a sudden jump up and she'll go, uh-oh. And she's reliving now what she witnessed. And so she saw, my grandbaby. She saw her brother covered just like that. And we're reliving this over and over and over and over.
Let's talk about what's next. We've got about 3 minutes. Where do we go from here? In addition to catching the people who did this, where do we go?
So here's, I woke up one morning and I said, God, what do we do with this? You know me. What do we do with this? And the Lord put in my spirit, he said, I want you to go out into the world, but I don't want you to yell at the people. I want you to love on them. So November, and I'm talking to you, you can get involved. November, not just my grandchild. I want to either have the River Center or the F.G. Clark Activity Center. And I want that floor to be filled with tables and tablecloths. And I want it banquet style. And I want all of the young adults, male, female, to come in and eat. And let's sit down and talk about it. Let's take a load off. Now let's follow the light of love. Come off the street and come eat. You see, food is comforting. You know, that's why we do so much of it. And so Jesus, you know, with the 12 disciples, he broke bread. And the Lord put in my spirit, he said, now go out and reach, show him love. And so that's what I want to do November, not Thanksgiving Day. We won't intervene with your, intrude in your Thanksgiving activities, but that first week. So I want you to call me up. I want you to get involved, and I want buses all over this city. I want you to pick up, I don't care if they're walking on the street, come sit down and eat. Come eat. And I want people like you on the microphone talking, and let's pour love into them. Yeah, we're going to reach them with love. I'm telling you, love works. Love is healing. And that's what I want to do in November. And I'm calling it a day of festivity, eating. Let's spread the table for these young people. Let's get them up. And for those who may say, oh, that ain't going to work, let me tell you, let me put it to you like this. There may be a burning building, and you may have 1,000 people in that burning building. Yeah, 1,000 people. I may not be able to save 1,000 people, but I'm going to get some, okay? I'm going to get some of them. So I'm talking to the ones that I am going to reach. Woo! Call me up. I'm telling you, it's going to be the first week in November. It's already in progress. And I'm telling you, we're going to bring the young people to the table.
Okay.
And we're going to feed them, and we're going to show them love.
Wow. You are absolutely a force, the force I've always remembered. Look, anything we can do here to help get the word out, you can always call me.
Absolutely.
And again, call Crime Stoppers if you know something. Let's find out who did this to this baby. Let's not let this one go unchecked. We'll see you next week. And let's all keep Devin, his mother, his grandmother, and his sister in our prayers. We'll see you next week on The Clay Young Show.
Look at that baby.